and girls, how are you? Good morning, families. Thank you for coming on out this morning. The boys and girls have been working really hard over the past few months, getting ready for today. They've been practicing hard. I hear them, because I'm in the office right next to them, and they're ready to now perform in front of a live audience. And I know there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of excitement, though, too, as they perform today. So recently we just read Charlotte's Web, which is a classic, and today we do another classic, Frog and Toad. And actually 35 years ago when I was in kindergarten, I was a frog and toad myself, and I was Frog. So again, it's a story of friendship, and a story that never gets old, because the story of friendship and good friends is something that goes on forever and ever. So besides good friendship, we also learn a lot about the seasons. And here in Pennsylvania, the season's been pretty crazy this year. Looks like we're gonna go from winter all the way to summer starting Friday. So boys and girls, let's do our best today for Miss Killian. Parents, once we are done, there will be time for you to take pictures afterwards by class, and then you'll be able to see your child before they go back up to the classroom. So enjoy the show.
All right, everyone, are we ready? Yeah! Once upon a time, there were two best friends. Their names were Frog and Toad, and they both hibernated through the winter. But soon April came, and when April comes, what happens? That's right, spring. Let's wake up Frog. Can you all help me and say, it's time to wake up, Frog? It's time to wake up, Frog! Frog was very happy to get up and greet the spring. But did Toad get up? No. Toad was very stubborn, and it looks like Frog needs some help. Everyone help Frog and say, wake up, Toad, it's springtime! One day, Toad and Frog both checked their mailboxes. Toad told Frog that he never got any letters. That made her really sad. Frog didn't want his best friend to be sad, so he wrote Toad a letter himself. And guess who Frog asked to deliver that letter for him? Was it the birds? No! Was it the bees? No! Was it the squirrels? No! Did she ask the snail? Yes! And the snail promised to deliver that letter as fast as he could. all the things they did. Things like planting gardens and flying kites. The days flew by, and soon it was summer. And what are some wonderful things about summer? Well, swimming and drinking lemonade. And what goes perfectly with a tall, cool glass of lemonade? So one sunny summer day, Toad baked some cookies to share with his friend Frog after dinner. But do you think Frog and Toad could wait until after dinner to eat all those cookies? No! You are right. They just couldn't wait. After all, what fun is baking cookies if you can't share them with your best friend? Autumn came and leaves started falling from the trees. One day, Frog decided that she wanted to surprise Toad by raking up all the leaves in her yard. But what Frog didn't know was that Toad had that exact same idea. So both of them went to each other's houses and raked each other's leaves. They each made 2 neat piles of leaves and told those funny squirrels to stay away. It took a long time to rake all those leaves, and meanwhile, guess who was still trying to deliver Frog's letter to Toad? That's right. Help me make that snail move faster. Let's all say, go, snail, go!
Go, snail, go! Go, snail, go! Go, snail, go!
The snail took so long that it became winter. And what are some fun things we do in the winter? Why, we sip hot chocolate, and we put on our mittens, and our scarves, and we throw snowballs. One day, Frog asked Toad if she wanted to go sledding. At first, Toad was a little scared, but Frog told her everything would be okay. Ready, everybody?
Ready!
Then away we go!
Down the hill, we are sliding down the hill, gently gliding down the hill. What a thrill, so exciting, it's a thrill to be riding down the hill. But everything was not okay. The hills grew steeper and the sled started going faster and faster. Down the hill, going faster, heading straight for disaster. Watch the trees, watch the boulders, tap your knees to your shoulders.
Frog fell off the sled, leaving Toad all alone. This made Toad so angry that she said she was never going to speak to Frog again. But just then, guess who arrives? Help me say it! That's right. And the snail gave Toad the letter. And she read the letter. And she realized how much Frog really did care about her, and that they really were best friends after all. Before they knew it, it was time to hibernate for winter once more. Let's all say goodnight to Frog and Toad. Frog and Toad went to sleep and drew dreamed of all the adventures that awaited them in the spring. And guess what? Before we knew it, springtime was here again. And when springtime comes, do you remember what happens? Let's wake up, Frog and Toad. It's time to wake up, Frog! It's time to wake up, The sun is out, the sky is clear. We came back, spring's almost here. So let's begin right here with Frog and Toad. The sun is out, the sky is clear. We came back, spring's almost here. So let's begin another year. A year with Frog and Toad. A year with Frog and Toad. Would we please get one more round of applause for the birds?
Boys and girls, you did a wonderful job. You're really proud of yourselves today. You did a great job in front of this large audience. It's almost 200 people here. It's crazy. You did a wonderful job. Thank you for all your hard work. What we're going to do now is we're going to start, we're going to go from left to right, parents. So if your child's in Mrs. McDormand's class, we're going to do group pictures first, and you'll be able to take some individual pictures and then say goodbye. We'll go back to class. So everyone, Mrs. McDormand's class only, you guys can stand up right now, and we're going to take some group pictures, okay? Try it again. Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, All right, now we're ready for the show. Welcome, families. Thank you so much for coming out this morning. Really appreciate it. The boys and girls have been working really hard over the past few months. The songs have been echoing throughout the halls of the school. I know they're really excited to perform for all of you today. So, Frog and Toad is a classic story. We're kind of going with a classics theme this year. Charlotte's Web was sent home, which is an all-time classic, and Frog and Toad is another classic. And the reason that many of these stories prevail over time is because of the themes. The theme today that we learned from Frog and Toad is the quality of good friends, and also it ties in with the seasons. And it's a classic, I know, because 35 years ago I was in Frog and Toad when I was in kindergarten. I was Frog, so it's one of those things that brings me back to different lifetime ago now, but definitely a wonderful story, and I know the boys and girls are really excited to perform for you today, so enjoy the show.
Once upon a time, there were two best friends. Their names were Frog and Toad, and they both hibernated through the winter. But soon April came, and when April comes, what happens? That's right, spring. Let's wake up, Frog. Can you help me and say, it's time to wake up, Frog? It's time to wake up, Frog! Frog was very happy to get up and greet the spring. She's going to go over and see if her friend Toad is awake too. Oh, but did Toad get up? No! Toad is very stubborn and it looks like Frog needs some help. Everyone help Frog and say, wake up, Toad, it's springtime! Wake up, Toad, it's springtime! Well, why didn't you say so? Toad and Frog both checked their mailboxes. Toad told Frog that she never got any letters, and that made her really sad. Frog didn't want her best friend to be sad, so she wrote Toad a letter herself. And guess who Frog asked to deliver that letter for her? Was it the bees?
No!
Was it the birds?
No!
Was it the squirrels?
No!
Did she ask the snail?
Yeah!
And the snail promised to deliver that letter as fast as he could. Frog and Toad and all their friends had so much fun during the springtime. You wouldn't believe all the things they did. Things like planting gardens and flying kites. The days flew by, and soon it was summer. And what are some wonderful things about summer? Well, swimming and drinking lemonade. And what goes perfectly with a tall, cool glass of lemonade?
Cookies!
So one sunny summer day, Toad baked some cookies to share with her friend Frog after dinner. But do you think Frog and Toad could wait until after dinner to eat all those cookies?
No!
You are right, they just couldn't wait. After all, what fun is baking cookies if you can't share them with your best friend?
Eating cookies, we're so happy. Eating cookies, 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 we adore. Cookies, 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 we go cookie. Eating cookies, baby, we should stop. Just one more. Eating cookies, we're so happy. Eating cookies, 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 we adore. Cookies, 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 we go cookie. Eating cookies, we will never stop. Let's have
Autumn came and leaves started falling from the trees. Frog decided that she wanted to surprise Toad by raking up all the leaves in her yard. But what Frog didn't know was that Toad had that exact same idea. So both of them went to each other's houses and raked each other's leaves. They each made 2 neat piles of leaves and told those funny squirrels to stay away. It took a long time to rake all of those leaves. And meanwhile, guess who was still trying to deliver Frog's letter to Toad? That's right. Help me make that snail move faster. Let's all say, go, snail, go! The snail took so long that it became winter. And what are some wonderful things to do in the winter? Well, sip hot chocolate, and put on our mittens, and our scarves, and throw snowballs. One day, asked Toad if she wanted to go sledding. At first, Toad was a little scared, but Frog told her everything would be okay. Ready, everybody? Then away we go.
Down the hill we are sliding, down the hill, gently gliding down the hill. What a thrill, so exciting, it's a thrill to be riding down the hill. But everything was not okay. The hills grew steeper, the sled started going faster and faster. Down the hill, going faster, heading straight for disaster. Musky trees, watch the road, check your knees to your shoulders.
Frog fell off the sled, leaving Toad all alone. This made Toad so angry that she said she was never going to speak to Frog again. But just then, guess who arrives? Help me say it. That's right. And the snail gave Toad the letter. And she read the letter. And she realized just how much Frog cared about her, and that they still were best friends after all. Before they knew it, it was time to hibernate for winter once more. Let's all say goodnight to Frog and Toad. Frog and Toad went to sleep and dreamed of all the adventures that awaited them in the spring. And guess what? Before they knew it, spring was here again. And when springtime comes, do you remember what happens? Let's wake up Frog and Toad. It's time to wake up, Frog! It's time to wake up, Toad! The sun is out, the sky is clear. We can fast, spring's almost here. So let's begin our journey, Frog and Toad. The sun is out, the sky is clear. We can fast, spring's almost here. So let's begin another year. A year with Frog and Toad. A year with Frog and Toad. Please give a round of applause to the bees, the birds, and the squirrels, Frog, Toad, Snail, and our helpers. Thank you very much.
I'd also like to thank Mrs. Killian. This is Mrs. Killian's fourth show. This is our final show. So Mrs. Killian did a great job putting all this together over the last few months. Let's give her a round. She did a great job. So boys and girls did a great job. In about 40 some days, we have our closing ceremony. So that's the next that's up on our plate. What we are going to do, we're going to do group pictures by class, and then parents, you're late, your child can come, take some individual pictures, and then they're going to go back to class. So we're going to start with Mrs. Ernest's class. Everybody else stay seated. Mrs. Ernest's class, you're just going to stand up where you are. And if your child is in Mrs. Ernest's class, Scott, come on over. If your child is in Mrs. Ernest's class, you come up, take some group pictures, and then we take some individual pictures before they go back to class.